Loopcloud 6 has been released, and in this video I'm going to go over what Loopcloud is and what's new in Loopcloud 6. I'm Zane, welcome to Audio Tech TV, where it's my goal to help you conquer the tech so you can unleash your creative beast. Now, I've included a link to Loopcloud down in the description just in case you want to check it out for yourself. There is a free 30-day trial, and I do recommend getting that because it's well worth it. You get a lot of free stuff with it, and you can keep all of that stuff even if you choose not to continue on with your subscription. This video isn't sponsored, but they did send me the latest version a day earlier so I could check it out, but they didn't ask me to do a video or anything. I just thought I have the software, so why not do a video? Now, if you're new to Loopcloud, it's a great program that can organize all of your loops and samples, and the AI does a great job at categorizing everything automatically. In addition to that, it has a built-in store to get more sounds, and there are so many different genres, styles, and instruments that you can grab. It can be an endless supply of inspiration for your tracks, and I love going on there, choosing a genre, then an instrument, and just getting inspired. You also get two supplemental plugins with it. There's Loopcloud Play and Loopcloud Drums. Play gives you a ton of instrument options with basses, keys, strings, and so much more. Then Drums is a really nice drum machine plugin where you have access to a ton of kits, and I have a dedicated video just to that Drums plugin, and I'll link to that down in the description in case you want to check that out. And the cool thing is you can keep all of the sounds and the software that you get with the Loopcloud trial, so you can continue to use those plugins and the Loopcloud software and all of the samples or anything that you got with it. And there are a lot of free sounds that you can still grab even after your subscription is over. But if you want to purchase a one-off pack or a sound, you can now use your credit card to do so. So if you run out of points or you don't subscribe anymore, in addition to all of the free sounds that you can still get, you can get paid sounds by using your credit card. Now let's look at some more of the new features in Loopcloud 6. And first up is the addition of the new audio filter sliders, and you can find those over here. So when we're searching for, say, an instrument, we'll click on bass guitar. We can now use these filters to create a range of length, stereo width if we wanted, BPM, swing, rhythmic density, attack, and decay. And in addition to those, you also have the key that you can search for, and you can also set the tone. So this is a pretty cool feature that will help you to find sounds that are going to fit your project. Now, the next new Loopcloud 6 feature is the addition of the search complementary sounds, and there's Rhythmic or Harmonic. So let's say we found this cool bass track here. Now, if we click on this symbol right here, you can see we have a few options. There's find harmonic matches, find rhythmic matches, and find similar sounds, but we're going to look at these two right now. So first we'll click on rhythmic matches right here. All right, and you can see that it's found some rhythmic matches. So let's give this a listen. Here's the audio that we're playing with right now. So now it's apparently found some rhythmic options to go along with that. So we'll try this drum loop right here and see if these work together. All right, that one didn't really work out. We'll try this one. All right, that one works a little bit better. And this is still in beta. You can see up here it says it's in beta. So some of the results may not be the greatest, but I was playing around with this a little earlier, and I found some really good matches, and you could definitely piece together a whole song this way, along with the harmonic match, which is also a great feature to help you quickly come up with some ideas for your track's foundation. So if we wanted to now look for harmonic match, again, we would just go back here, click this, and then we could go to harmonic matches. So let's just hear what this sounds like. All right, so you can see how you can find some interesting sounds to work together. And of course, there's tons of others in here that you could go through. And the next new feature is one that we just previously saw. This is the search for similar sounds. So say we found this clip that we really like and we want more like it, so we can start to build more parts of our track. So what we want to use is the search for similar sounds function. And we can see in here there's lots of apparently similar sounds, so let's give them a listen. Here's what we have originally, and let's see if we can find something similar. So you hear those birds in the background? That's just the watermark. If you were to purchase any of these sounds, that gets rid of the watermark. And also there's free sounds in there, so you could just click on the buy free sound. It doesn't cost you anything, and that gets rid of the watermark. But you could hear how this finds sounds that are very similar to the one that we started with, so we could start to build out our track this way. There's also new AI tagging to help you keep organized with any sounds that you bring in from other sources. And another new feature is the addition of 3 new effects that are built in. So we'll click on Effects, Edit, Add Effect, and we have this new tone box here. And this is sort of like a saturation, but it also has an impulse response section, so you can create some interesting sounds. And you can see we have some presets here, so you can choose one of these. Let's hear how this one sounds. And there's also an EQ effect in here. And you can see we have some presets. And I kind of really like this Remove Mud preset. I was playing around with it earlier, and it seemed to be really nice on a lot of different clips. It just adds a little more clarity to the clip, so it won't muddy up a whole mix if we bring in a lot of clips. And then there's also a compressor in here, and this is a very easy to use compressor. 2 knobs plus a presence button. And there's some presets like you saw there. We'll just add that on. And you can hear it come in a little bit there, but you can export your tracks or bring them into your DAW with these effects on there. So you can start to build out your track within this software, and then you don't have to worry about losing these effects on there. That sound is going to come along into your DAW as well. And then speaking of exporting, there's some new export features. And if you just click here, you can see we have some export features. You click there, you have current mix, original file, processed current tracks. So that means with those effects on there, processed separate files. So if we had more than one track loaded, we could process them with the effects and bring them into our DAW as separate files, or we could bring in the original separate files without the effects. And then there's advanced options where you can normalize, use custom folder, and you can change that custom folder. So there's some options in there. It makes it a little bit easier for dragging your files into your DAW and knowing what you're bringing into your DAW. And if you used Loopcloud before, you likely used patterns, which are a cool way to transform the clips into something new. Well, Loopcloud 6 brings some new patterns, so you can start to change things up and continue to create new sounds. And if you're not familiar with patterns, this is what they do. So we'll just click here on the patterns, and you can see it's kind of chopped our sound up. So let's hear what it sounds like this. So you can see it really transformed our bass clip, and if we played around with that a little bit longer, we could have came up with something really cool. And another new update is to the auto key feature. It's now called Key Lock, and you can see that here. This is going to transpose the clip to the selected key that you have here. So you can see this says it's a D bass. Let's transpose this to an E. We'll press Key Lock, and let's hear what that sounds like. And this is a very useful feature. Loopcloud 6 has definitely made some great additions to make that already powerful program even more powerful. Now, if you want to check out how easy it is to create a beat with Loopcloud Drum and the Loopcloud software, click here. Or click down here to see what YouTube recommends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.